Hi sports fans, welcome to highlights of Worthing CC's second 11 against Bognor Regis second 11, live from the MCG, the home of cricket. Bognor Regis won the toss and they elected to bat first on quite a nice day, decent looking wicket here at the Manor. So here's George opening up from the top end, and he's put through the covers for 4 by Broad, facing his first ball, so that's a good start to his innings. And then Gary Maskell at the other end off Robson Piper also cuts one through the covers for 4. So they're going well after 2 overs, ticking away along nicely. And then George comes in, fuller ball, tries to cut through, and Gary Maskell nicks off to Ollie Kay, keeper, and he goes for 6 off 12, and Bognor Regis are 14 for 1 at the end of the third over. George coming in again, and he's guided down to fine leg, and it can't be cut off, and it goes for 4. Bit frustrating, but they're ticking away nicely. Robson coming in again. He's dragged through mid-on. Bit of a loose shot. Bit frustrating, but 4 nonetheless. And Bognor again with quite a decent run rate going at 6s here. Robson's chipped down the ground again by Bingham, who started his inning nicely, going at runner ball, up to 23 now. Here he is again. Cut one through backward point. That's 2 and brings up Bognor's 50 in the 9th over. Here we go. Dom, short one, pulled through square leg for 4. That was his first ball of his spell, so allowed a loosener, so I won't give him too much grief. And here's Payno with a short one, just wide of the fielder at backward point. It's cut away and it goes down quickly for 4 to the boundary. Here's Dom again, comes in, decent ball, tossed up, and Broad hits it straight to George Hamilton Hodge, who takes it really well actually, running in. And that's Broad out. And here's Bingham again, cutting Payno through slip drive, best shot you can play, perfectly placed for 4. And Dom again, tosses it up, and he's also chips over the top by Bingham, who's gone on to 39 with another 4 there. But finally, he gets him in the end. A bit of a pie. Tossed straight to Graham at cover. And Bingham goes for 45 off 64. A nice innings. 5 4s. And a good time to get a wicket as Bognor were just about getting away. Some good village going on here with a cap and a floppy hat batsman. Delaney chips Graham for 4. Straight down the ground. And Hanson goes back to that one. And that's probably as stone dead as you can possibly get. 8 off 17 he goes, and Bognor 100 for 5. They tick along, get 20 more. This partnership start to build. Terry with a 4 through over the top of mid wicket off Payno. Payno again coming in from the bottom end now. Similar sort of shot, bit flatter that time, but same result. 4 more for Terry, takes him to 22. Graham drops one down. He's pulled away by Bud. Bognor doing well here, just sort of ticking along, reaching 150 in the 33rd over as one is tapped through to cover. Robson coming back on, bowls a short one, he's pulled away by Terry. He's on to 37 now, that's a nice 4. Into the last over, similar shot again, same result, 4 runs off Robson, up to 160 with 5 balls to go. Next ball again, straighter this time, same result, 4 runs for Terry. And Robson still coming in from this bottom end, giving it his all. And that's the end of the innings. They finish up on 188. Serious job avoidance from Terry there on 49. I'd be having a word if I was a skipper. The most notable innings, probably Bingham, 45 off 64, batted nicely at the start. Couple of 20s in the mix there as well. Bowlers probably the off-spinners through the middle overs, Dom Kay with 3 for and Graham with 2 for. So here's the second innings, chasing 189 to win. I'm opening up with Ollie Kay. Get a bit of a buffet ball, second ball up for me. I'll punch that through for 4. Nice start. And then I go and get cleaned up with a bit of a jaffer, to be fair. Not much I could do with that. It doesn't look too impressive on the video, but it was. Thomas Mohan comes in. Him and Ollie are ticking along nicely to start off with before he goes for a big moo over cow corner for 6. Nice shot. And then Ollie with a slightly more orthodox shot through cover for 4. Had to run up today. The outfield was quite long, so it was a bit tricky. A short one here from the left-arm bowler at the top end. Mohan drags it through for 4. Ticking along nicely now, going at 4s into the 10th over. Before Ollie K is cleaned up again. Middle stump is sent cartwheeling by Adams, who's bowling a tidy spell here from the top end. Goes for 17. Here's Thomas again, unleashing one. That goes for 4, 1 bounce. Nice shot, he's going at a good rate. There you go, umpire wasn't quite sure about that one. Before Henry gets another jaffer, and his off stump is sent tumbling as well. Some really good bowling here. That was an absolute seed. Thomas again, he sent that one into the houses for 6. That's quite a nice shot. Fielder does well to get around to it, but it just beats him. Big 6. And then he gets 4 more with a bit of a skewed shot through square leg, but as effective for us. Going along about 4s here, needing 5s run rate. Another 4 from Mohan. That will help him out. Through the covers. Chase to the boundary, but it just about trickles over the rope. A nice 4. Before he ends up playing a wild swipe, and I think he'll be the first to admit that he sort of gave his wicket away there as he got up to 39 off 42. He was doing really well off Bingham here. And we go on to 67 for 4 at the end of the 17th. And that quickly becomes 69 for 5 as Josh Goldsmith sort of plays all around a straight one. You can see Toby at the other end. I think he was a bit perplexed by the action, to be fair. But here we go. Toby with a 4 through square leg, swept it nicely. Bit of a loose ball, but put it away nonetheless. And here's Payno, who takes a little shimmy down the wicket and plonks it over the top. Just nearly plugs, but rolls away for 4. Nice shot. And then Toby again, same shot again off the same bowler. 4, a little bit straighter this time, but same result. Here's Payno, skews one through backward point, running up 2, brings up our 100 in the 22nd over. Decent rate we're going at 4.5s, need 5 to win. So we're looking good. It's Payno again, rocks back and spanks that loose one for 4. Nice shot. He's on to 17. This partnership's building now nicely. For Toby, plays a bit of a hoik, but goes for 4, so who's bothered? And he's up to 20. 72 needed now off 90 balls. Toby again chips one into the mid-wicket region, and that brings up the 50 partnership. Before Payno plays a little bit of a interesting shot, charges past it, and he's stumped by Maskell. I think that's 2 wickets now. We probably will look back on as slightly silly dismissals, but hey-ho. And then George Hannington-Hodge, first ball. Gary Maskell with really quick hands again, and he's given by John Kay umpiring at square leg. So he's out. And then Graham goes for a shot straight out of Farmers Weekly, and he's caught on the boundary for 1. 133 for 8 now. The collapse is well underway. Here's Toby, who was running up partners at the other end, goes for a big moo like his old man, and he's bowled. Batted really nicely. 38 balls he faced for his 28 runs. You can see their player giving a fist bump. And then Robson plays most unruly shot of the day. I don't think he had much intention of batting out the final 8 overs for the 53, and he's cleaned up. And there we go. We're all out for 135, and we lost by 53 runs in the end. Bognor played well, bowled well, batted well. I think we'll be first to admit our batting innings wasn't perfect and our fielding wasn't great, but hey-ho. Pick of the batsmen, probably Thomas Mohan with 39, Toby Merritt-Bland and Matt Payne, who put on a good partnership in the middle. They did really well as well. And then the bowlers, Winslow and Terry with 3 apiece, and then 1 each for the first four bowlers. So that's it. Another loss for us after last week's defeat. Obviously, we'll go again next week. We're away at Whisper Green. There'll be first 11 highlights up next week. Thanks so much for watching. Like, subscribe.